beautiful time of the year, Christmas. So what makes Christmas special here in the Philippines? Let's find out!
The celebration of Christmas in the Philippines begins on the 16th of December and ends on the first Sunday of January, which is the feast of the Epiphany or the Three Kings. It is quite different from the other countries of the world. It is the longest of the Philippines festivities, stretching for over 3 weeks. This makes the Filipino Christmas celebration one of the longest Christmas season in the world, a rich tradition which dates back to the Spanish period. While the whole world now seems to have adopted Christmas as a holiday season and has globalized its celebration, there are many traditions that continue to remain uniquely Filipino. Most countries, like Japan, concentrate on the commercial side of Christmas and not as a birthday of Christ. The Philippines, however, is overwhelmingly a Christian and deeply spiritual country. In fact, anthropologists and historians theorize that we were a very spiritual country long before we were Christianized. Pre-Spanish historians have written about the people's belief in one God or Bathala. What makes the Filipino Christmas unique? Filipinos have a lot of Christmas tradition which makes us different from the other, and here are some of them. Simbang Gabi. Simbang Gabi, a Filipino Christmas tradition, it is a series of 9 dawn masses. The mass starts at early as 4 a.m. It begins on December 16 and ends on the midnight of the 24th of December. It is only in the Philippines where the official Christmas season opens with the 9-day series of masses celebrated at dawn. Noche Buena. The Christmas Eve fiesta celebration, or the Noche Buena, is a tradition whose two main features are the social gathering of the family and preparing food as the centerpiece of the evening affair. The most common food associated with the Simbang Gabi and the Noche Buena are the ones with pre-Hispanic roots. There are the rice cakes or puto bumbong and the rice pudding. According to Roses, these were originally given to pagan harvest gods and spirits as thanksgiving for a bountiful harvest. So when the first Spanish Catholic missionaries came to the Philippines, it was not difficult for them to convince the native Filipinos to transform the pagan celebration into a Christmas ritual. After all, although Filipinos were now predominantly Catholic, it was still harvest season throughout the islands, and the Filipinos were still in the mood for celebration and thanksgiving. Christmas lantern or parol. There are many Western influence trappings that have become popular all over the world and with the Filipino upper and middle classes. The most ubiquitous are the Christmas tree, complete with fake snow and Santa Claus. It is the parol that is so Filipino while celebrating these cool Christmas nights under a clear, starry sky. Sometimes, it is the Filipinos working overseas who have such deep longing for a truly Filipino Christmas that celebrate in a manner where we can witness the popularization of our traditions. One story I especially like is how these lanterns are placed outside the people's homes. No matter how humble, as symbols that Saint Joseph and the Virgin Mary will be welcome in our home and will not need to look for an inn to stay nor give birth to Jesus in a stable. The Belen or the Nativity Scene. The Belen is a tableau depicting the Nativity Scene. It shows the infant Jesus in the manger surrounded by Saint Joseph, the Virgin Mary, the three kings with their gifts, and some shepherds with their flock and several other animals in the stable. The word Belen is derived from the Spanish word for Bethlehem. Gift opening and exchange gifts. On the 24th of December or Christmas Eve, like other families around the world, Filipino families love opening presents given to them by their loved ones. Gifts can be a token of anything: clothes, shoes, accessories, or even cash. One other unique thing about the Filipinos is that when you ask them what present do they want to receive, they would mostly like say cash. which is sometimes more practical. Nonetheless, Filipinos are very appreciative, so whatever you give them, they'd be more than grateful. Children caroling. Christmas is for children and it's a very important event that they've been waiting for. What is more unique in the Philippines during Christmas season than seeing children singing a carol song? In the Philippines, children and their friends find ways to entertain their neighbors in the way of singing any Christmas songs with or without any special musical instrument in hand or nice clothes, but a voice, talent plus a combination of some dances moves in a return of the small amount of money as gratitude. Christmas food of the Philippines. Celebrating Christmas in the Philippines always calls for a feast. With our streets festooned with flashing paroles and twinkling holiday lights, families gather around dinner tables as soon as clocks hit midnight. As one of their parents say grace, the kids feign calm but fidget in excitement upon the sight of the spread on laid out before. The holidays are the perfect time to get together with relatives and hold reunions with friends. If you want to ensure a memorable handaan, celebrate it with Pinoy style. As we celebrate the birth of Christ in our own unique Filipino way, this is one time we can say with pride to the whole world, only in the Philippines.